Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Zero Smitty, and I'm coming at you today with a little bit of 510 maintenance. Talked with a few people here in the chat room and on the forums, and it seems that a hard draw and a cold vape has been kind of a problem here with some of these things. So I'll give y'all a few pointers as to how I've addressed this issue on my own. Alrighty, so as we all know, 510 is a three-piece unit: cartridge, atomizer, and battery. Well, basic maintenance on this thing, like we're talking over and above cleaning the atomizer and all that, is to clean the threading, something a lot of people neglect. See, the threading is what carries the current from the battery to the atomizer. Believe it or not, this threading is where the negative charge from the battery travels, and then the center pole is where the positive charge travels. So we want to keep those juice free, because juice will realistically, once it dries, hinder the ability for power to travel from the battery to the addy, causing a cold vape. And also, when juice clogs up in these little air holes, I don't know if I can get this up close enough, but there's little air holes here in the side of this atomizer. There we go. If you clog up those holes, you're going to get a hard vape. So, here's how you do it. First step first, paper towel. Take your paper towel, kind of pinch it between your fingers, and stick it around the addy threads. Now, we rotate the threading in the same direction that we would thread it. What that'll do is that will rub all the leftover juice and gunk off onto the paper towel. Yeah, see the nice little coloration on that? Yeah, you don't want that on there. So, and we've got, whoa, I just pulled apart my cart. Alright, so now we've done the basic maintenance on that as far as wiping the juice off of that. Next up, we want to get the juice out of the battery. Uh, this is important with both manuals and automatics, people, not just the automatics, because even though you can't kill a manual battery with juice, you can still gunk it up to the point where it's not going to make a proper electrical connection with your atomizer and thus leave you out in the cold not vaping. So, take the end of some paper towel, kind of shape it a little bit here, like it'll fit down the hole of the battery. Stick it in, and then rotate the battery as though you're trying to screw the paper towel down onto the battery, and kind of push it against the side edges here, because what that'll do is that'll force some of the paper towel bits into the threads. Alright, pull that out, and yeah, wow, look at that. Yeah, that's stuff that's sitting in the bottom of your battery and coming up through the air holes. Not good. So, battery contacts are cleaned off. You can also use a little bit of 91% alcohol solution for this if you really want to eat the stuff off. Realistically, this is just the quick and simple way to get it off long enough to make it properly vape again. One more thing here for eliminating your hard draw. The air holes, as aforementioned, are key to getting air into it and eliminating the hard draw. Without the air holes flowing properly, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this thing. So, a little something we have is the placker. The placker, as you can see here, is a small, very, very small pipe cleaner. You can find these in the dental care aisle of Walmart. Couple bucks for a 4-pack. They're not expensive. I think you can even get them at the dollar store. But this thing is invaluable for cleaning out the air holes on either your 808 batteries or your 510 cartomizers, cartridges. Check it out. This is how it works. You locate the little hole here on the atomizer, and then stick the placker tip in, stick it right in the hole. It's not going to fit in there very much. Twist it around. Just kind of move that thing around. and turn the computer back on. Spin it sideways, kind of get those little bristles in there degunking stuff. Now, turn it around to the other hole. Shove it in. Repeat. This here will clear out the airways and get rid of any excess gunk. Alright, now if you look at the tip of your deal here, you should have a pretty good accumulation of gunk on the end of that from whatever's been in there. Wipe it off on your paper towel, get rid of that stuff. Alrighty, next up we have the battery activation hole, that big fat hole in the center. Believe it or not, that's not an airway. That's mainly geared to switch on the automatic batteries. But it is going to aid in getting some air in there depending on how tight your connection is down. So we're still going to clean that out too. Because, well, that's going to get filled with juice at some point, which could harden up gunk and otherwise cause batteries not to activate if you're using the autos. So we stick this in there. Rotate. And then we ream it out. Alright. Again, more fun colored gunky stuff. This gets wiped off. And finally, now that you're done with that, take your paper towel, re-wipe the threads, because when you pull out those plackers, it's going to pull a little bit of juice and debris with it. And you're done. Now all you got to do is throw this bad boy back on and vape it up. Wow. Kind of glad I did this actually, because the last video I did was cartridge refilling and I wasn't getting nowhere near as much vapor output as I am now. It's obviously due up for cleaning. It's kind of hot. Alrighty, so I'm going to drip a little bit of Cinnabon in here just for comparison for those of you that have watched that video. Let's see just how much of a difference that makes. Alright. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So there you go, guys. That's how you fix your cold vape and your hard draw. Peace.